Hey everyone, welcome to this week's update of Premier Properties. And before I get into it, I just want to let everyone a little bit of an insight on what's going on in the market. Now, everyone knows obviously the market's got more demand. There's more people looking, and there's significantly higher bids and significantly more stupid bids coming in at the moment. But the people who are kind of getting the best results at the moment, to be transparent with everyone, are people that are, I'd say, responsive to what's going on in the market. So the people who can idealistically do a quick, not quick, but I mean thorough and quick at the same time, but a quick and thorough, due diligence, get back immediately to someone like me or something like that, and then respond and get the deal done. That's where the best deals are happening. So I'll give you two good examples. I had two clients that actually know each other, believe it or not, this week. Funny enough, they reached out at a similar point in time. We got both deals done at a very similar point in time too. So it's almost like psychic how that kind of happened. But anyway, both of them basically, I presented both of them one an off market deal, one an on market deal. But the on market one we found, and it was very, very accurate, like well priced. And he basically responded straight away. We got it done. The off-market one, we had a quick discussion. He asked me, what do you think of this? And I said, well, this is what you'll get out of it. It's a brick and tile home. I don't think you have any major structural issues with this. Anyway, both of them responded quickly. We both got contract offers sent and we got them exchanged. And we both of them have also got pest and building reports done back. No major structural defects, which is excellent. And I said to both of them, literally, within a couple of hours of each other on the phone, that I think within 12 months you'd be walking to easily 50 or 100 grand, equity, which they've probably even got 50 grand equity even now with some lenders, even if you had a look at multiple lenders doing it. But the big message I just want to tell everyone is that the responsiveness and you getting your shit in order and being able to make a solid decision is what's going to change. I'd say that the dwelling that you can pick up for a reasonable price or overpaying massively for a dwelling, because if you're letting something that's well priced go to market, or you're letting it go, should I say, for everyone to go through it before, and I might have first access to it or something like that, I'm telling you right now, you're going to struggle to get it for a reasonable price. The good stuff is selling immediately because you've got people like me and people like some of my clients, like the ones I've just given you examples of, who understand this, and if they see an opportunity, they pounce on it, and no one else gets it. So I know I'm rambling a bit, but I'll start my actual, updated Premier property. So to start with Melbourne, I do still have a couple. I do have both one in Footscray and Yarraville. They're both, I'd say, very, very good deals. They're both 3-bed, 1-bath properties. The Footscray one you'll probably pick up for the low 900s, probably get $700 to $750 a week rent. I actually do have another one. I just literally just sort of on the top of my head. An agent just called me. The Section 32 and contract will come this week. This one will probably be, I'd say, probably around the 900 as well. 3-bed, 1-bath, probably $700 to $750 a week rent as well, but in a very, very good street of Footscray. So that's another one that we do have. The Yarraville one, probably late 900s to $1 million. Probably $750 a week rent for that one. It's in kind of the West Yarraville family pocket. So that one's a really, really good one for a long-term capital growth play and also to rent to families. It's in a good location. The Footscray ones are as well, mind you. It's just Footscray's probably about 100 grand cheaper. That's the only thing. But Yarraville will val higher because it's a more expensive suburb. So that's a key difference between both of them. I do have actually one in sort of inner southeast, in a sort of south sort of region of Melbourne too. I actually have a unit block close to St Kilda. It's kind of a brick and tile one, 2-story. You'll get about 5 to 5.5% yield on this, so it's very rare. You need about $2 million to 2.2 for it though. So it's not going to be everyone's budget, but there are people that can buy for that. It is more than 5 dwellings, so it's more than 4 dwellings. So for people that are looking for that dwelling, make sure your finances are, or ideally you're a cash or commercial buyer. You'll need, at minimum, I can tell you right now, unless you get a very good lender, probably a 30% deposit to finance it. And if you're a cash buyer, you don't even need to worry. But this one's one where I mean, these unit blocks are like buying, it's very close to the suburb median. So it's one where you get very high cash flow and you also get capital growth because the purchase price is close to the median. So they're very hard to find. If you can get them within generally 20 or 30% of the median, it's very good. They're often close to 50 to 100. So this is one that I think is very good for that. So that's my Melbourne update for the moment. My Geelong update, I still do have a couple, which is good for people to know. So I do actually have one at the moment. I'm still in Geelong West. That's, I mean, easily subdividable. I could say you could put at least 3 townhouses on it in Geelong West. Very good place. And it's one that you could probably even keep the existing dwelling there and then just build a detached maybe house or townhouse at the back. So someone who just wants to do a little flip on the house and then land bank will just subdivide the back off and sell it, or build on the back or something like that. It'd be good for someone like that. You could probably do it and have a very low LVR overall whilst doing that. It will have holding costs though. So just to make everyone aware, that is something you would want to consider. It will have holding costs undoubtedly, but for something like that you get, it's extremely rare. So it is very good in that. I do have another one that's also very close to Geelong West as well. It's a brick and tile one, quite well built. The house is original, but it's very well maintained. So you're probably going to mean 470, 500 a week rent, maybe 650 to 680 purchase price, but it'll val very highly because the suburb that it's in, the median isn't showing it at the moment, but it should be around 800K, but real estate's only showing about 700, but it's because real estate's so slow to update their figures, and they always will be. So it's one way I think you'd walk into 50 to 100K equity again, probably within the first, I'd say, 6 to 12 months or so, quite easily. So that's also another really good one to consider. I mean, that one I do really like. To be fair, if you get a building report on, I do think the garage and shed probably will have, I'd say, probably a major defect or two in them, just to be transparent with everyone. But in terms of getting a pest and building report on it, you can't actually pull out if it's an outbuilding. So just, if anyone was interested in that, just keep that in mind. And it's not somewhere that you consider it. Look, it's not going to fall over. It's just they're not in awesome condition. They're just in standard old condition. So that's just something to consider as well. I do have also another one in Newcombe. This one is probably around the low 600K mark, probably 500 a week rent. Above 600 meters land size, so it is a good commodity in terms of that. You'll get 500 a week rent for this easy, I think, and it's got a large enough side access handle that you could probably build a detached, I'd say, battle axe property on it. So that's one that I'd say for someone who wants a land bank or possibly build on the back of it whilst keeping the house is also a good opportunity. They're quite hard to come by at the moment, so that's another one. To go to my final area, again, it's becoming hard to source a lot of these because all of my clients, before it even gets to this video, are scooping every single one of these up. That's just the way it kind of works. So they do get first priority access to all of this, and no one should be surprised about that. But I do have also 2 in Newcastle. So I've got 2 both close to Mayfield. One is, again, by the town centre. I'm probably picking it up for $950 to $1 million, so that's a very good deal in that walkable distance there. It's within the growth precinct zone of Mayfield, mind you, so for people that don't know Mayfield very well, that area is quite a good area to buy. The other one I have is also very close to that. This one you could actually get a few streams of income off, and I think you could possibly even develop it as well. So it's extremely rare. This one's probably $1,050,000 to 1.1 purchase price though. And I think it'd be one of the possibly best buys, in my opinion, you'll see in probably the area for the foreseeable couple of months in terms of both ability to rent it out with income and future ability to develop it as well. So that's my Newcastle update, and I hope everyone's enjoyed this. But look, if you're someone who's serious and you do want access to all of these before they even get onto my, should I say, portal here, I strongly suggest you reach out via www.compoundinvest.com.au/inquire. Look, what happens here is you book a time slot in with me. It blocks a time slot out in both my and your email calendars, and we have a half an hour phone call. So I'll give you a call to your phone, and what we discuss is what you want to do, what options you have, and we formulate a strategy from there. Now, even if you're sitting on the fence 3 to 6 months or you're not too sure about where to go with buyer's agents, I still strongly suggest you reach out. I care about people more than anyone. As I said, you can see in this video, I'm telling you, even on some of these properties, that I do expect a defect to be present here or there or wherever it is. And the reason I say that is because I don't like putting my clients in a position where they don't know what's going on with the property. Mind you, in saying that as well, sometimes I'll say things and I'll say there's a defect here, but it's nothing to worry about. And the reason I say that is because you might have a defect, for example, come up, such as, for example, it could be poor workmanship on a small section of the roof. Now, you're not going to rip the roof down for it or something like that, but you know, it's just something to monitor and maintain. So things like that I'll still say because, I mean, I'd rather just tell someone everything than just nothing. But anyway, if you're serious, again, www.compoundinvest.com.au/inquire. I look forward to hearing from everyone and have a great week ahead. Accessing Premier Properties is simple. First of all, go to the main page at www.compoundinvest.com.au. Once you're on this page, go to the menu item, What We Do, and you'll see a link to Premier Properties. Click the link, and from there it will ask you basically to fill in your details and sign up. So you need to put your name, phone number, and email address. Once you have done that, click Submit. Go back out of the website and then go back into Premier Properties. You will therefore then have access to Premier Properties here, by which you can see what's available, the rough capital growth and the rough rental yield of each property. If you're interested in these properties, therefore click Action where it says View More. Once you then click this, it'll show you basically the metrics. Now, to get full access to this, you will need to reach out via Inquire. From there, you will be sent a agency agreement by which we can get access to the property and ideally close the deal for you. Please reach out if any of these properties are of interest to you, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks.